This is what you might have missed on BCSN's Sports Nightly.
It is Thursday, and that means once again it's time to go in the paint, brought to you by Banner Factory Direct. On my right, Andre Savage. On my left, Deon Thompson. They know a lot about the game of basketball, including the St. John's Titans and the Lima Senior Spartans. Biggest game of the year thus far in the track. Andre, who you got?
Well, I'm going to take the Titans here because that's the unconventional pick, and I would suggest or suspect that most of the experts and aficionados, like the gentleman to my left over here, will tell me why they will be bludgeoned. But I have to take the Titans.
Okay.
So I haven't seen them. I don't really have a litmus test.
I just want to say, St. John's won this first matchup in overtime down in Lima. So that pick, not that far off.
I guess okay. Let me clarify then. It's because they've been destroying people as of late, and that's all you hear is how the Lima Senior Express is rolling. So I was, because of that too, and you got revenge, all of that stuff going on.
Okay,
so
but you think the Titans are going to take it? Because you made a great point for Lima Senior. Deon, you even have to add anything to Dre's point?
I have a lot to add,
okay.
actually. The first win, we have to put an asterisk by. Not that it doesn't count. Obviously, it does. It's a league game. But they did not have all their guys. They are fully loaded. Every coach I have talked to fears these guys. It's kind of funny. You hear a lot of guys talk about the style of play. For some reason, older school guys think Chuck Taylor's and passing the basketball 20 times is basketball. That's not it. If you watch Kentucky, I'm like a Calipari guy. I want guys that can hoop, okay? You can't hide in basketball. It's not like football. We can maybe run some trips here, hide our weak guy. On the court, it's 5-on-5. They have a very good five, and they have a new coach out there who is doing a phenomenal job. So I got to go with Lima Senior the second time.
Okay, it's going to be great. Well, we know that for a fact. We know it's going to be good. You know what else is going to be good, though, as we move along? NLL, battle for second place, Springfield at Perrysburg. Now, the first time these two teams met, Perrysburg was a 61-53 winner. Deon Thompson, your thoughts about round two?
I'm going to go with Perrysburg again. They're at the Hive. That's a tough place to play, tough place to win. Now, I will admit, I was the first guy to not believe in Perrysburg. I watched them. I said, this team's going to be average. Well, they're not average. They're much better than average. And what makes them so good is the system. And there's another guy. There's a guy you might like on this team, man, Hafner. You probably see him out of City Park in the summertime. This guy can play. And then you got Schrock inside. And you can never underestimate Coach Boyce. The system has worked. It's proven. I like Perrysburg.
Well, I guess that leaves me to make a case then for my Blue Devils. Well, maybe they'll have a devil of a time upsetting these guys, and you say it shouldn't be an upset. All they've heard is about how inconsistent we started the season and what team may or may not show up. Well, we're going to take a little trip on our Route 25. We're going to cause some havoc, and our big guy is actually going to play like a big guy. I want to say that for Coach Joplin because he has to be politically sound and loving all the kids. But I put the onus on you, big fella. We won't even use any names. You don't play well, it doesn't go like we want it to go. Now, will it? So there. But I take the Blue Devils.
Okay.
I feel confident with it.
I'll say DiMaggio Wiggins. He's a player. He's getting a lot of looks. We'll see.
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
I don't want to. I have this
No pressure.
notorious claim from the community that I'm too specific.
Okay.
In some of my references. So.
Okay, we'll worry about community relations later. We mentioned this is a second place battle because everybody in the NLL and in the state chasing the Southview Cougars. We talked about them last week. They were number 3. We talked about going 20-0. It was a little faux pas. 22-0 is what they're trying to go. They're 15-0. We talked about the schedule, who's left. Central, they dispatch them at the Sullivan Center. They've got Napoleon, Perrysburg, and Springfield left. Can they do it? And should they be number 1?
I don't know. I heard some of this stuff and some grumblings about the state and all of that. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? But in the area right now, I really like the discipline that I saw against Central. I don't know that Central mounted much of a challenge, though. I don't really want to redirect here and fall off the topic, but Coach Lowe, what's happening over there on Cherry?
On Coach Lowe, though, real quick. You got it's his first year there, so he's kind of feeling the guys out.
Well, how about this? Can I raise a point to you guys?
Yeah.
Let's ask this question because, again, I say that because Coach Lowe is someone I've known for a long time
For sure.
personally,
Right.
so I can
Right.
handle the flack if he comes back and wants to take a shot at me. But here's the deal. Is this job perhaps too personal for him right now? I mean, coming out of the box, like you said, year number 1, are there a lot of influences going on, peripheral things happening? Because I'm looking for a sense of chemistry that I'm accustomed to seeing with the Central club, and I don't know that I've seen that. Maybe that's a better way to say what I'm trying to say.
I just think when you come from a style like Welling, where you literally, it's a system. But now you have Coach Lowe, who's more, letting the guys running more of a motion offense and things like that. I don't know if the kids are not getting confused. So I don't want to put the onus on him totally. Sometimes you got to, when you put your system in, guys are still confused. But to get back to Southview, I'm a believer. If somebody gets hurt, that changes. But they're playing, their confidence is at an all-time high. I think they have something.
That's true.
They have something to think about. They have coaching. They got the inside threat. They got Roberts. They got their role players understand what to do. And I think that's the most important factor with this team being successful. They believe in what coach is showing.
That's how good these guys are. We go one way, come back another, bring it back home. Fantastic. He is Andre Savage. He is Deon Thompson bringing leather back. And that has been another episode of In the Paint.
Be sure to watch Sports Nightly weeknights at 10:30 on BCSN and follow us on Twitter at sports_nightly.